Fine. So, dear students and ladies and gentlemen, and all the contestants and mentors who join from different parts of the world, I welcome you all on behalf of entire IHM fraternity. I welcome you all for this IHM expert session. So, today we have with us a great personality, and we have Miss Divya Dubey, the principal of the Radiant Tapavan School, Hyderabad. So let me give a small introduction about Ms. Divya, and she is a very successful educationist and a great academician, and also most importantly, she specialized in imparting skills for child's whole brain development. So we are going to talk with her, and we are going to learn many things from her. And today she is with us for a quick talk and discussion. And ma'am, welcome to this IHM expert session. And on behalf of the entire IHM fraternity, I welcome you to this session. Thank you so much for conforming, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
So, ma'am, as you know that the topic is today's education for tomorrow's successful human being. So you are in the industry, education industry for more than 15 years, and you know how the education's been grown. The education system is being developed. Well, it's entirely changed the days what we studied and what the current students are studying. So, in your point of view, how the education should be, supposed to be for creating a great, successful human beings to society. Over to you, ma'am.
yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for having me here, first of all. And thank you so much, IHM team. So it's a beautiful topic, to be discussed on. So first of all, we need to understand, the analysis between education and success. Before correlating both the things, we need to understand first that. So when it comes to education, when we say education, it is coined from a Latin word called educare, which means to draw out, which means to bring out the human excellence, to bring out the human potential. So when we say then that is education, so we need to understand, is is today's education catering to that, and what actually is success. So success, in a sense, when we define it, it is like we say it is progressive realization of a worthy goal. But uh, do we truly understand what it is? We need to analyze that, because success means, in general, people think that achieving something materialistically, or we can say economic growth. That is only we confine it to the success. But when we try to understand, actually, if we take an example of Ravana was like, he was completely wealthy, and even he was blessed with Ma Saraswati as well. But we know what is the fate of Ravana. Nobody even try to name, take his name also, or try to name any child with his name. So it's like, so there is a great need of the hour to have value based education. From the bread oriented education to the life oriented education, that journey has to be, it has to be there. So the so called system of education has to be, they have to take up these kind of value based education. So it's like, when we say it is value based education, we need to understand like how far our today's education is catering to different domains. Because today's education is like, few of the schools, there are schools who are working differently with alternative way of education, And but there are still schools who are only focusing on the intellectual ability, or you can say intellectual domain of the children. So if it is only that is focused on, then what about the other domains? Because it's like, the success of any human being comes with all different domains to be successful. Like we can say socio emotional domain, we can say a spiritual domain, which is so subtle, and which has to be developed, where people do not give that much priority to it. So it's like, even we can say adversity domain. Adversity quotient is also very, very, very important, where the children should be able to tackle the setbacks of life, the shortcomings of life, or any troubles. They should be able to cope up with them. So this adversity quotient will definitely help them out in coping up. So how do they develop these skills is very important, because it's like today's education, it's like it has to focus on the intellectual ability, but besides that, there is a need to even look upon emotional quotient, social quotient, spiritual quotient, as well as adversity domain. So yeah, to develop all these different domains, there are different techniques, there are different methods to be adapted on. And we hope that today's national education policy, NEP 2020, we are seriously, it is really so good. It is really catering to all these aspects, but we really have to look into its implementation part. How far it is implemented, how it is going to be implemented well, so that that is going to really develop a successful human being.
Yes, ma'am. Great. And as you said, ma'am, the education nowadays it should not be only creating a successfully, economically growth people. You know, uh, I want to ask from you, because you are in the industry for many years and you are creating a great people along with your team. Ma'am, the education, all schools, industry, creating a next generation. Maybe they become engineers, doctors, scientists, entrepreneurs,
Yes.
bankers, whatever. But what is the major role in the schools and all education, industry, to create a social responsibility students, you know, understanding sustainability and
Yeah.
understanding the social awareness. So, what is the major role? Our education system is allowing to learn all those things in the schools, or the schools are following it all these things? Please, if you can brief us, it will be
Yeah.
great, ma'am.
Yeah. So we can say the major requirement, or we can say the role, when it comes to the schools, as well as even we can say even health departments, we are dealing with human beings. So we need to be really responsible for our role. We need to really look into it very consciously when we are dealing with them. So it's like being the role model, because some the different values, or you can say whatever that is required for a human being, to have that sustainability, where they need to use the resources for our requirement, as well as we need to look into even future requirement. So first of all, I feel like the stakeholders of the school, the teachers, as well as the management and the children, mainly the stakeholders, the management and the teachers need to be role models, and even the parents, they need to be role models for the children, because values can't be taught, they have to be picked up. So it is first our responsibility to be responsible, to be confident, to play whatever, if we want to see these qualities in children, like we want them to be leaders, then we need to have that. Even Bhagavad Gita says, Yadyadacharati Sreshtha Tattadeva Uttarojana Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokastad Anuvartate. So the way the Sreshtha behave, log will means anuvartite in a sense they follow. So the way we behave, like as parents and as the management, the teachers, the way we behave, the way the adults behave, the children will also follow the same thing. So I always feel that it is, that conscious efforts have to come from the adults. So that should start from the adults, so that the children, it is very easy for the children to just follow. So that is what I feel, sir. So that's
That's a
a
great,
major
great answer, ma'am. It's a
responsibility.
great answer. Obviously, parents and teachers are they will play major role,
Yeah,
and they are the role models for the students, and they follow whatever we do, and they
yeah,
follow. If we follow the values and the responsibilities, definitely the students will follow us same.
yes, yes.
So, ma'am, I want to ask one more thing. Nowadays the technology innovations, making more impact
Yeah,
in the education industry as well.
yes.
So, what do you feel, in your point of view, the new digital world and the new technology innovations, how it's helping our students? Whether there is a controversial concept, some people will say technology is good and some people will say technology is bad. So being a leader, being leading a great institution, so what is your point of view about the new technology innovations, ma'am? Over to you.
Yeah, yeah. Technology is a boon, sir. There is no doubt about it. Technology is a boon when we use it judiciously. That is where how far we need to use it. There is a control for everything. I feel like, balance is the key for to balance. I mean, anything that is too much and too less is always, dangerous. So even I always follow Bhagavad Gita. It always says yukta har viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu. So it is like, whatever whatever it may be, when you are even using the technology, it has to be balanced. It has to be, when it is where it is required, it has to be used, because it really has lot many benefits. Even the audio visual benefits, the children who are audio visually active, they can easily learn through the visualization. And definitely, it's a need of our, but only thing is we need to monitor, like uh, how to use it balancefully. That's the thing.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And I have only last two questions, if you don't mind. So I want to
Yeah,
put up in front
please,
of you.
please.
As
Fine.
you know that our students been locked up in the homes for almost 9 to 10 months. I
Yes.
think since March they have been locked up. Now, of course, we are going to open the schools. Some schools already open.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, how it is going to be challenge for the teachers to bring them up in a mentality where they have been in the homes for 9 months in different zones, watching cell phones and watching laptops and learning from them. Then now you have to bring them back into the
Yes.
physical, model.
Yeah.
So, what are the challenges? It's for us to bring them back onto the way how they were before COVID. Over to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So it's like, people generally think, like, when they are locked in homes, it's only their intellectual, or you can say academic, development or academic performance was not so good. But we also have to look into socio emotional development, because they were not allowed to move out. They were not allowed to meet anybody. So it is so important for us. I mean, for a teacher or for a management, it's so important to bring up the socio emotional domains of the child also. We need to give that, security feeling, secure feeling for the child. Even they need to socialize as well. And academics, definitely there should be a bridge between, what is, the last year's whatever the academics they have missed, that has to be definitely given priority. But as well, socio emotional, even physical development, where the sports and all, they all come into existence. So we need to give that secure feeling for the child. That is what I feel, which is most important. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So lovely. Because we are in the 2021 new year. The new year we are with a lot of hope and a lot of prosperity. We are all expecting this year will take us back and how we were before 2020. So we are all looking forward. Ma'am, the final question.
Yeah.
This interview being watched by more than 5,000 students pan India across. They're watching your interview. So if you want to tell what are the basic qualities a student should have, while they're studying, it will help them in their future. What are the basic qualities they need, ma'am?
Yeah. I always feel there are two basic qualities a student should have for becoming a, very successful in their life in any aspect of human endeavor. It's mainly the willpower and the self-control. These are the two main things which a child need to have. Once they have the willpower, okay, once they have the feeling that I can do, that feeling itself makes them, go ahead in life. And self-control is so essential because the world is so distracting right now. So they should know what is right for me and where I should be, on the right path. So for this self-control, I can also say that, meditation, because the spiritual domain helps here a lot. The meditation and the yoga, the physical exercises, these help them a lot in developing their self-control. And for developing the willpower, they need to, do different activities, life skills. When we say life skills, they need to, go for farming, cleaning, different activities also they need to do. Their work means hands should work, beautifully. Our hands work beautifully. So they need to understand that the hands work beautifully. So with that, when they do this will work, their willpower definitely increases. And once the willpower is increased, then nothing can stop them. Yeah.
Great. So willpower is more important for all the students. Of course, it will be a great lesson for everyone, including the people who are listening to this, conversation. And thank you so much, ma'am, for joining with us today and sharing a lot of insights and inputs. Definitely, our students would take this and implementing in their life and follow whatever you said, and they will try to, inculcate in their life, surely. So, dear students and ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this session. And we will catch up you with another session with another great leader like Ma'am Divya Dubey. And definitely, this session was a great learning for everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank
much
you
for
so
joining with us
much.
today.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much for
Take care,
giving me
ma'am.
this
Happy
opportunity.
New Year.